This time, no hassles. Um, Hello and welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation. Why do I call my channel the Crazy Troll Nation? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain technique, or a certain brand because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Hey, Janet. Janet, question for you. And if you say no, I'll just toss in a giveaway in this live stream. These that I used yesterday, the 24K ones, it did slightly burn under my eyes, but not really bad. And this morning before I went to sleep, right here was like a dry patch of skin. This was the only new thing. And I remember trying it like months ago. But I don't want to try it again because I thought to just try it again and see if this was it. But if you would like these, I will send them to you. And I have 5 more packs. The expiration date is April 9th, 2027. So if you would like these, I'll just put these in the mail to you whenever I go out because I still haven't been out since the snow. Or if the snow clears and you're still a state away, I'll bring them. But hey, Alexandria. And so you can let me know that, Janet. These are from the same brand. This one is Rose Eye Mask. When I used these before, I was hesitant because y'all know me with Rose, my sinuses, the scent, and all of that. But they did not irritate, and there is a very, very, very faint rose smell, and it's not bothersome to me. Excuse me. And so still have those. But so let me know about the 24K gold ones. Oh man. I was asking if you wanted the 24K gold ones that I had on yesterday. They did slightly burn, like ever so lightly, and I did leave them on for the full 20 minutes. But this morning I noticed I had like a dry patch of skin just right here. Not on both sides, but just right here was a dry patch of skin. So I am thinking it is this. And so I was asking if you want these. I have 5 more. If you do, I'll send them to you. Or if you're still a state away when the snow clears, I will bring them to you. Okay, cool beans. I should have brought a sticky note over here. I should have brought this. Let me write a note on something. All right, I do have my little handy dandy YouTube notebook though. And let me write that right here. And it was inexpensive. It was a box of 40, and it's 4 different ones. It was 8 of 4 different ones. And so I told myself I was going to start using them more, inspired by my first cousin, cheerleader's mom, because she said she uses gel patches 2 or 3 times a week. And I was like, oh. And I do use these for if someone purchases or books for like the luxury service, but most people don't. And so I'm like, I'm going to just start using them. All right, so I put a note. Today, y'all, is going to be fun. First of all, I'm excited. We're going to be using Circo Loco. This will be my 32nd look, I believe, with Circo Loco. And this is a request from Michelle. And I did start the brows. Didn't finish the brows. And I was set for there to be problems. I have my laptop over here on the floor. I have a box to sit on top of over here on the floor. I have my cord for the laptop sitting up here. Because I'm like, yesterday was insane. And when I watched it back, the lighting was not that bad. Because I kept saying the lighting sucks, but it really didn't. And so I need to just chill out. And I know I say that a lot, but I need to just calm down. But the lighting was not as horrible as it looked on my end. On my end, it looked really dark. But when I watched the live back, it was like, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. And so I'm like, girl. But and I remember I kept saying I wasn't anxious anymore, which wasn't the right word. It was frazzled. That's what the word was. So we're gonna. So she wanted us to do a palette bingo with Circo Loco, and I am really excited about that. And because we had no problems getting in today, I did the random generator for the shadows from this one, and the member vote for palette bingo was using MAC and you know what, I have it right here somewhere. Using MAC and Natasha Denona because they were saying that's what they have most out of my stash. And y'all know I do have quite a bit of lethal and quite a bit of notoriously morbid. And so I went ahead and did palette bingo for all of them. I wrote down on my notepad what shades it picked for Circo Loco. And when I put in, I'll do the other, I'll talk about the other one later. Let's just get into this one, because that one was a little bit more time intensive, but it wasn't a hassle. So the colors it shows, she said 6 colors. And so, hey, Haywood. So the colors it chose was Act, this shade. I love this palette, y'all. Electric, this shade. Snow Cone, this one up here. And Magic, which is this one, and Fun to Mime, this one. That could make me dusty unless I just do a thin line. And the last shade it chose was Joker. So we have these two, this one, and what am I looking at? These two, this one, these two, and this one. And she was excited because I did a yeah, this is Michelle's request, a palette bingo with Circo Loco. And for the other palette bingo with Mac and Natasha, I did the same thing for this one. I did a community post circling the shades that the palette bingo chose, and she was like, oh man, it knew it was for me, it chose all the blues. But actually these two are purple. This does have a blue base. This is pale blue, and this is blue. And so she was really excited because it chose, you know, colors that she likes. And so, and y'all know I love this palette. So we're going to, I think we only have maybe a few more minutes with the patches on, because I tried to get ahead of the game. I'm like, let me just get started, because these say 15 to 20 minutes. And then I started the brows. So let's finish the brows and we'll take this off, do excuse me, and then we'll get into base face and then the look. And so thank you y'all for being here. Janet, how's the weather up there? Our parking lot is still, I'm going to say icy. The snow plows did come again yesterday, but because the temperature is like in the 20s, I think right now it's like 18 degrees. Cold. How's the roads though? Like the parking lot is icy. And I woke up earlier. I slept so freaking good. I slept so good. Oh my gosh. And that seldom happens. But I woke up because I was hearing tires spinning. So somebody was stuck in the parking lot and their tires were spinning. I was like, oh my gosh. So my wipers are still up from when I put them up before it snowed. I have not been outside except to my neighbor's house the other day to pick up the lasagna she had made. But I do want to go outside to put my wipers down, but there is still just a little bit of snow, which, now that I'm thinking about it, that's ice underneath, because I don't want to put the wipers down if it's still ice and snow on my windshield. And then I'm thinking, if I do that after the live, it's like probably 18 degrees now. That's going to be too cold. So I think tomorrow I'll go out, clear off the windshield, and put the wipers down because they're not talking about any more snow. And actually, it's too cold to snow again right now. You're okay, but not driving. The person driving tonight kind of scared us. Oh, man. I can't stand that. Because it ain't like you could be like, yo, was it like an Uber or a Lyft? Yeah, some people's driving is scary. And this is not the weather. Are the roads clear up there? And I don't know what the roads are here because the parking lot. I'm not even thinking about getting to the main road. It would be getting out of the parking lot. The office sent out 2 emails today. My visual here is from my browse is different than when I look over here. So that's why I was marking like where I need to fill in looking at y'all. One of the emails was saying, the snowplow is going to come back out again tomorrow and they'll give us instructions on where to park. And I remember saying before that they'll send out an email and say park on the far side, well, opposite the building, the parking lot over there. Hey, Pierre, how are you? And then he took a light. Oh, see, this ain't the weather for that. To be trying to jump lights and stuff like that. I'm glad y'all are safe. They'll tell us park in the parking lot across from the building. And then the snowplow will plow in front of the buildings. And then they'll send out another email saying park in front of the buildings and the snowplow will plow across. But they're going to need to resalt and do just the parking lot part where you drive. Because that's where people are getting stuck. Like they're getting out of their parking spot, but then their tires are spinning, once they get out of their spot. And so the second email... It's funny, but it's not. It's inconsiderate, yes. The second email was parking spots, are not, oh, thank you, Pierre. Parking spots are not assigned. There's no assigned spots. Like for some townhome developments, you have this spot and that spot and it has your door number on it. So the email was saying there are no assigned parking spots here. And so it's first come, first serve. So if you clear out your spot, see, right now my brows look like they're in the same place, but I'll look at it later and be like, girl, they're on different continents. This is the side that has a higher arch than this side, but we're going to leave it. Are we? Yes. And so they say we suggest that you just clear a spot to get your car out of, you clear snow and ice just to get your car out of the spot versus shoveling all around your vehicle. And so for back enders like me, that would be just clear the front part of the car, the snow in the front, and then just, pull out forward. For front enders, just clear off a spot where your back tires are to get out. And I can understand being pissed because it is snowy. It is snow out there. It is ice. We're going to, whatever liquid is left in here, we're going to dump it on here. When I dump it, is there any? The one yesterday had some left in there. Is there anything in here? And so now I'm doing this. There is nothing coming out. Okay. Fine with me. So I would be annoyed too. So people are clearing spots and then one of their neighbors is parking in their spot. And I would be annoyed too. But they're right though. There's no assigned parking spots. This is the city beauty. I agree. I would be annoyed too, but there really are no assigned spots. And so it's not funny because it's like you do all that work and then like somebody just like takes your spot. And the building I live in, we know who parks where. So if I were to park in a cleared off spot, they would know my vehicle. Because usually I park in the center handicap spot, which I've been parking on the far side of the building, waiting for the snow plows to plow on this side. So then I'll park back in that handicap spot. But we know who parks where. And there's one other vehicle with the wiper still up. That's the neighbor in the middle on the second floor. y'all. We know who's Carby, who's here. So I don't think that happened in front of my building because we're all friendly, see each other. Hey, how you doing? We know who drives what car. So I just can't imagine like you're just gonna out yourself. Like if I parked in one of my neighbor's car, like they would know it was me, and then they would be giving me the stink eye every time they saw me. So I thought that was like funny but sad. Like damn. All right. What are we doing? Concealer. Oh, he used to that. The English mutt that I dated, his sister lived in Ohio. And yeah, they're used to harsh weather. And I thought about her yesterday and to text her to check on her, and then I forgot. Excuse me. I think of her at least maybe once a month. Like when I go down the street, if the cows are out, because there's a farm down the street, I think of her because she had a farm. She still does have a farm. She has a smaller one because she had moved. But I do think of her every now and then. Yeah, it's cold in Ohio. Because when we would visit, it would be in the end of fall. No, actually, it would be winter because we would go there. They would have like a family dinner for Thanksgiving, and so it was late November, and we would stay about a week. But it would be cold up there where she was. And so he's probably used to driving like that. But yeah, when the temperatures are so low like this. And the roads are icy, like, nah. But I'm glad y'all are both okay, because this is not the weather to be jumping lights. So, hopefully Michelle will come in before we start. If not, Tanya did comment replay crew, and she apologized for missing it. Her look last night. I imagine she was a little upset because I know I kept apologizing to her though. Oh, I see the line. We're down to here. I don't know if you see that little space right there. We're down to here for the foundation. The primer, y'all. The primer is down to here. The primer. But and I felt bad, but yesterday it was a weird time. The technical difficulties, I'm crashing out. Yeah, so she didn't leave any other comments, so I'm thinking she might have been upset. I don't know. What do you mean I'm in 16 minutes of the live? I don't know if that's a question or a statement. I'm confused. I'm confused. Did I just say that? Because I was just talking about Michelle and then I was talking about Tanya. I do remind myself that you're off the cuff, skinny queen, but I still do want to know what you're talking about. But sometimes I really don't. Sometimes I don't even know what I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? That was contemplative state. There's a little pink hole right in the center. I don't know why I feel like I gotta point stuff. Well, not that I got to. I don't know why I be pointing stuff out to y'all. They're like right in the center. There's a little pink hole. I think that might be where the hair follicle came out. All right, let me flip the hat back. Okay, so what are we doing? Foundation and primer. So I was thinking again, Janet, about somebody is pulling into their parking spot because I hear a lot of scraping. If I hear beeps, that's the snowplow backing up. But I think that's just somebody pulling into their parking spot. It is very crunchy out there, y'all. It is icy. Icy. I was thinking again, Janet, if I want to do more lives, but the thing is I don't want to obligate myself. And so I started thinking about that again from last night, and Deb only doing lives now, and Kay has been doing lives only lives for a while now. But I don't want to commit myself to a live every day, because that will not give me wiggle room. Like if I have a bad migraine day or bad pain day, or I'm severely sleep deprived, and then I have to move stuff around. You know what I mean? And when I say I'm going to do something, it bothers me when I don't. I don't feel bad about it anymore if I'm having a bad pain day or a migraine day. But I had to learn to accept it. Like, girl, take care of yourself. You be talking about self-care and all of that. Take care of yourself. But just in general, I would be like, and I am really comfortable now with 3 lives a week. This is NY12 from Natasha. We did the NY11 under the eyes. Actually, it's easy. The most time-consuming thing is editing the description box, which I have defaults. And so I have a default. So the only thing I change is I put in playlists, and I put in partial title under. I'm going to see if anybody comes in because it was acting up again. And if not, then we'll switch to, damn it. If not, we'll switch to my laptop. So let me get out brushes now in case we do need to do that. Damn it. Hey Janet, can you see me and hear me? Man, and I was feeling so good. Can you see me and hear me? Damn it. See, and okay, thank you. Damn. And I saw the numbers started dropping too, so I didn't know if it was kicking people out or if people were just leaving. So I'm pulling out brushes in case we do need to go back to the laptop, so that way I won't have an issue reaching around anything. Damn it. Hey, Lock. I'm wondering if I want to do this dark blue. So I'm taking out everything now in case we do need to go back to the laptop. Are we going to line the lips? I do really like the MAC. Thank you, Lack. I do really like the MAC lip liners. And when I run out of all these other ones, I am going to get more of the MAC ones. 2 of these are black, and this is black. The 2 black ones are the NYX. Or, excuse me, what I could do, I didn't do that part of the intro in the first clip. So should I do the intro again? Damn it. I am not going to crash out again like last night. I'm not going to do the intro again, but for those coming in, because the first one we had to come back. We had to start over because internet issues. Hey, CM, how are you? Palette Bingo member request from Michelle for Circo Loco. And it chose Snow Cone, Fun to Mime, Joker, Act, Magic, and Electric. So those are the shades we're going to be using. Listening as I get ready, using Parent Warriors, everything. So, yeah, I was looking like most of the motherships are sold out. I thought the sale was just that sell page, but it is site wide. I'm doing okay, CM. I was doing a lot better, but the internet thing, and so we had to leave and come back because all of a sudden they couldn't see me, the people who were here, and I didn't even bother like adding the title to this one because I'm like, what if this doesn't work and I do that extra work? So I'll just have to do that afterwards, which is not a problem. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. And I was wondering earlier, like, am I just going to have to until the storm passes? Yeah, yeah, internet stuff. So I was thinking, like, am I going to just have to? Well, not have to, but just go back to my desk with the laptop, which I don't really want to do, but pull out all the lights again and all of that. And verticals are better as far as visibility for new people. And so that's one of the benefits to the phone. Because on my laptop, it's always just landscape, portrait. Is that what, no, not portrait, landscape. And so that doesn't pop up in vertical feed. Popping up in vertical feed is how quite a few people find me. And also, each live stream, I do get a few subscribers. And so I really don't want to go back to the laptop, but if we have to, we have to. Yeah, the blessing, exactly, the blessing and curse of technology. It works really great until it doesn't. Works really great until it doesn't. Hi, Amber. I don't know what that is, so I don't have an answer for you. Are you a Pluto mom? That's the question. Hey, Tanya. Tanya, did you hear all my apologies in the live last night? I was like, what the hell is happening? I was just so frazzled, too, from, oh, you look like someone, sorry. Oh, so Pluto is the name of a person? Oh, I thought you were being snarky, because we do get that here. No, I don't. No, it's okay. That's a mild comment, because sometimes we get like really crazy stuff, and it's just like, okay, you need to go. But no, you're fine. You watched it when you had last night. Fun fact, Amber. A couple of days, it must have been last week, live last week, and someone came in, and her name was the same exact name as my niece, spelled the same way and everything. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know how to pronounce that. And I'm just like, girl. So I had a complete brain fart. Because I'm like, I should know how to pronounce it because my niece has the same exact name, spelled the same exact way. So I do have moments where I'm just like, huh? Even when it's something simple. And so usually when something happens, I'm like, it's me. Let's just say it's me. Because if you stay around long enough, you're going to be like, yeah, she's a tad bit off, but she's cool. She's funny. And I do laugh at myself a lot. This is deep level 10. I did think to start stuff early. And I'm glad I didn't because I do want Michelle to be here to see her look. But we will, deep level 9. I did feel bad, Tanya, but last night, as you saw, it was so friggin' wacky. And even when I watched it back, I was in the dark for like close to a minute. So I did a pinned comment of where to start. And what had happened was on my laptop, there's options on where do you want it to stream from. And I didn't have it on for my camera, my laptop camera. So that's why it was like, how come I don't see myself? And I'm like, what is happening? Ooh, watermelon bliss. Watermelon bliss is bold. We're going to put that back here using the same brush, being lazy. I realized something too last night, Tanya. And also with the first 1920s look I did, that wasn't a 1920s look. I am in my zone. Like, it was just so easy for me to just do what I did. Even though I kept looking at the picture, that's what made it weird. I kept looking at the Janet picture, but I still kept doing, the smoky look. So I'm like, what? And so I don't know if that's like my staple, because y'all know I do prefer grunge, but it's still just like, girl, this is lavender blonde. We're going to put that here, because I do like a gradient with my blush. You see that? And this is very subtle. Hey, Kay. Superstar. I'll call her KK Superstar. So we have that gradient that I like. So Watermelon Bliss back here and then Lavender Blonde right here. So this is without. With it. So we're just going to tap in. I still have not used my Blend Bunny Masterclass Blush Palette. And I know Janessa was like, girl, just use it. The PAO is 12 months. And so it can only stay in my kit for 12 months. And she's like, yeah, but then you get to keep it. But the reason that I have not, see, y'all see that gradient? Oh, I love that. The reason I don't want to do that is because I have 5 House Labs blushes. I have 3 Hourglass face palettes. And out of the 3, actually all 3 of them have 3 blushes in it. So that's 9 more blush shades. And so I just feel like I can't justify, no, one has 2 blushes in it. So that's 8 blushes here, plus the 5 from House Labs. And so I'm having trouble justifying that. And when I do work, right now in the slow season, which is great, because of the weather, we're going to take Luminous Light. And, oh, we didn't do highlighter. Fire Opal and Chocolate Opal. And I was thinking about, and that was an impulse buy because it was so pretty. And it was, I think it was on sale, I'm not sure. And then like the next day I ordered the accompanying, the highlight quad that goes with the blush palette. Chocolate Opal makes me toasty, so I just put this strategically in certain places. Because so far I'm working mostly at events, I don't use the blushes often for the looks that I do. And so I wouldn't get much use out of it work-wise. And so I feel like I would just kind of be wasting it. And having it just for me, this is Luminous Light from Hourglass, having it just for me when I have, what did we just say? 5 and 5, 10 blushes. Like I'm just not able to justify it. Because y'all know I like to use my stuff. And I do rotate regularly, as you see, through House Labs, use 2 at a time, bronzers, blushes, highlighters. And so we're going to see what this year brings, because I am doing some different things. Because if it does change where I do have more regular clients, which I love the clientele I'm working with, then we will crack that open. But I just want it to be worth it and not just be like, ooh, but then I'll get to keep it, because I actually want to use it. And y'all know how I am with feeling like I want stuff to be used. And I only looked at it twice. When I first got it, I opened it, did a quick quality check, packed it back up. And then Janessa was using it in the video, and I'm just like, oh, that is so pretty. So I cracked it open again, looked at it, wrapped it back up. So that's where we are with that. So I do want to use it, but I am not. So again, the colors that the random generator shows was Snow Cone, Fun to Mime, Joker, Act, Magic, and Electric. Am I missing anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's going to be a dark look. It's going to be a pretty look, because y'all know I like the darkness. This will probably be either just brow bone. It is a matte, which doesn't matter to me. But let me take out a brush for that. So like what? I don't know. Who in here has this palette? Has Circo Loco from Natasha Denona. This will be my 32nd look with this palette. And not this one. I had one before. Her shadows turn on me in about 3 years-ish. And so this is a newer one. All right, so, whew. Wow. We're going to put Snow Cone in the corner. Not you, Janet. I'm going to put Snow Cone. Some people were saying how Snow Cone looked like Acrobat. aerialist. This is aerialist, but it doesn't, because if you look, this does have a bluish undertone to it, which is why it's with these. This has like a purple undertone to it, so it's next to the purples. But yeah, they do show up different on me. So we're gonna put snow cone in the corner. It's a bright shade too, y'all. You don't like? You know, I see that because our styles are different. If y'all like glamorous looks, um, looks that you can just put on, it looks nice. You don't have to worry about people looking at you like you crazy. Lock is the one to watch. Tanya, you would still find a way. You know what I was getting ready to say? When Tanya commented before, she wouldn't know what to do with it. At that point, I had 31 looks with this palette. I'm like, are you kidding me? Just recreate one of my looks. What? Here's a request. Here's a request, Tanya, for you. If you're taking requests, I don't know. You can only say no, so I'm going to ask. I request that you recreate one of my Circo Loco looks with stuff you already have in your stash. Because you probably have, maybe not though. You might have some of these colors, specifically the shimmers. So you got, this is my favorite shade in the palette. So you have this gold, it has a hint of green in it. Orange-ish. This whole palette is gorgeous. This is a beautiful shade, you know. So that's my request. And you can even use Bloom for like this shade, that shade. Yeah, so that's my request, Tanya. Do you have? Yes, I do have a Circo Logo playlist. I do. Yeah, I do. And so that's my request, is just to find one, well, to look at one and just recreate it with what you have. I would love to see you do that. And I do know our styles are different. So I was saying about Lock Maiden, her looks are very, okay, her looks are very glamorous, if I say. They're very pretty. They're on the softer side, but she always pops the lid with a really bold shimmer. And I love watching I love watching her do her looks, because when I like what I'm doing, I'm like, oh, like I get excited and get loud and obnoxious. And Lock, like she'll put it on and then she'll look and she'll be like, and then she'll put more. So like we all have a tell. So when she's feeling it, she just be like, and I'll be like, girl, get it. If you want more bold glam, that would be KK Bradley. I call her KK Superstar. If you want like theatrical makeup, that would be Janessa, who's not here right now. Janet, she's only on Instagram, but she's a color lover like me, and she always uses non-traditional color lipsticks. I love it. She'll do a blue lipstick, a green lipstick, I love it. So if you want color and you also are on Instagram, check out Janet. I'm trying to think who else is in here that does looks. You're welcome. I thank you. Especially when she does her graphic looks. I don't know what to call them. I used to call her Quiet Storm, because her looks are, subtle but dramatic at the same time. And when she does creative looks, and she's very soothing, very soft-spoken. I'm loud and obnoxious. So we balance each other out. But she will do like a really graphic look, and she'll just be like, and I'm like, how does this little meek creature do these bold graphic looks? I'm like, how, like, where does that come from? And so I'm always amazed when she does do those graphic looks, because it's the opposite of her day-to-day looks. It's just really bold, graphic. It could be, just different designs on the face and all of that. But I'm just like, she'll just be like, and she'll step back and look. Oh no, you can't take it back. Quiet Storm it is. Yeah, and that's why I called it Quiet Storm. Listening to her, hey beautiful Joe, listening to her is like ASMR, because she is just so, hello, welcome. I'm like, hey Crazy Troll Nation, what's up today? She's like, hello, welcome. Today we're going to use, like, she is just so soothing. And so when she does those bold looks, I'm just like, and Quiet Storm came from, let's get Snow Cone on the lid. We're doing a palette bingo, Joe. This was Michelle's request, and the colors it chose are Fun to Mime, Snow Cone, Act, Magic, and Electric. So we're taking Snow Cone now to put here. When I was growing up, WDAS, Camden, New Jersey. I think they were based in Philly, though. Every night, I don't know if it was like 11 o'clock at night or whatever, because you know how different, what did they call it? It's still the same station, but different, oh, what am I saying, y'all? You have a segment, and the segment for WDAS, Philadelphia, Camden, New Jersey, after like 11 o'clock at night, they had their segment, and it was called Quiet Storm. And so it would start, you would hear thunder in the background, rain, and they would play like what they call that baby making music, where you just grooving and just, and every now and then you hear a crack of thunder. So that's why I call her Quiet Storm, because she's soothing and quiet, but then it's like bam, but this graphic look like, oh shit, where'd that come from? Oh, that's really nice. You know what I mean? So that's where I got that nickname for her from, because, you know, very unassuming in a good way. I mean, in a good way. And then it's just like, what? How'd she do that? Even though I'm watching how she do that, I'm like, how she? There is a look I saw on Denona Myrick's page that I'm inspired by. I want to create that. Oh, do it. Like said, she has not purchased. She has the shadow she purchased end of 2024 for an avant-garde look. Have I done it? Nope, but I will. And I do want to do more graphic looks too, but it's just timing. Some of our Thursdays are going to be for period looks, and that was excuse me, what am I looking at? Damn, we're going to take Electric, the shimmer blue. I'm going to put that next to this shade. Oh. This is why I like this palette, y'all. Look at this. Thursdays will primarily be for the period looks, because we're going to go through decades. We did a 1920s, which wasn't a 1920s look. That was a fail. And that next week we did a 1920s smoky look. That was amazing, if I do say so myself. Thank you for the shout out. Oh, no problem. I know you are, because I know you're getting ready for your live stream. Those who are nocturnal, Kay usually goes live starting 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if y'all are nocturnal, do check out her channel. She funny, y'all. Yo, her moderators be off the hook. It is an adult, it's an adult channel. And the later it gets, or I should say the earlier it gets, because once it gets to like 2 a.m., I was watching one of you, something, Kate, and I'm not even going to say what it was. And I was like, am I old enough to be listening to this? And I'm 50, I was 55 at the time. I was just like, oh my gosh, like what? But it is so much fun. It is like a party. Now we come here, we be chilling. Her live streams be a straight up party. And her looks, all of them I saw are glamorous, but it's like a bold twist to it. It's not like the regular YouTube, soft glam looks. Hers got punch to it. And she does transformations, and so she'll show you the picture she's doing, and damn it if her looks don't look like the picture. I have inspiration. I still do my own thing. And sometimes I try so hard, and I'm just like, ugh. We're going to take the brush that has snow cone on it, and we're going to, whatever's left in the brush, we're going to pull this over, because I don't want to take Electric too far in. You always wanted to be on by 8 p.m. Well, I will say I'm glad that you're not, because I'm here at 8 p.m. And I remember before when I asked, y'all see how that blends? That's why I don't color switch, because I'll go back to the previous color on a brush and don't add more to it and just use that for blending. And I think with one of your moderators was like, well, there's space for all of us. And I said, yeah, but if I'm coming on the same time she's on, I mean, I can't watch her. You know what I'm saying? And I do try not to cross lives with other people, especially if we have a shared audience, because I want them to watch both of us. Now we're going to take this speck of eyeshadow off my face. So that was electric. So far we've used snow cone and we used electric. So we're going to take this one, which is Act. I'm getting warm. I have to go to bed, so late night lives are not an option. Late night really was hard because I'm on the East Coast right now. Yeah, I'm glad I caught hers. And you know what's funny? Well, maybe not. Maybe not funny. I am still subscribed to her, but she never pops up in my feed. But I think she will now because I watched her yesterday. Um, yeah. Hey, K-Ratees, what eyeshadow and brush. This is the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. This is a palette bingo. Channel members here get to make a request, and so one of my channel members requested palette bingo. So that was this shade right here. This is on the inner corner, and then this shade, and now we're going to go into this one, and then do something with this probably outer corner and that. And so those are the 6 shades that it chose. And the brush for in here, that first shade, angle brush, this is the Esom V27. This is also a Esom V27. This is the older ones with the silver handle. The newer ones is angle bristles and a black handle. I have like, how many of those? 2, 4, 6, 8. I have like 10 of these. When I like a brush, I do get more. Hey, Shy, how are you? Thank you, KRTs. All right, so Act, the next metallic, that dark purple. So I did put this on all messages. I do have this on all messages. I'm laughing at your comment, Kay's like, I'm in the bushes. So this will give a nice gradient because you can tell that it is purple next to this metallic blue, which I like because sometimes when you have different colors, they just blend into the same color. I was going to curse, which I do curse sometimes. But yeah, you can. That's pretty. Oh, nice to meet you too. Thank you for being here. What shade was that? Act? Yeah, the purple. Like, where are we? Thank you for being here and thank you for chatting with us because I don't know who people are unless they chat. Some people just come in and hang out because I see the numbers go up and down. But I love when they chat with us. I really appreciate that. Ayana. I was talking about you earlier, but I didn't say your name. I was saying I had a brain fart the other day. Somebody came in with the same name as my niece, spelled the same way. And I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce it. I be having issues, y'all. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming back. I was just like, why am I... like, what was happening? Yeah, thank you for coming back. That is so special to me when new people come in, and it's even more so now. When I told y'all when I was at my second cousin's cheerleading competition, I was behind a lady and she was just scrolling through her phone, and every now and then she would stop a couple seconds and look and keep scrolling. So that makes it more important to me. And I didn't say your name when I had said the story. And so that gave me even more of an appreciation for it because I knew before that people just scroll because for some of the view count and for the average watch time to be what it is, I'm like, people are not watching. But actually seeing it, somebody actually doing that increased my appreciation for those who do stop and stay and chat because she was scrolling. And now stop a couple seconds, scroll. And I'm just like, I just don't, I don't get having these short ass attention spans. Okay, we're going to, goodness. I don't really know what's happening. Will that take away all of the... Yes. Okay, cool. Welcome from Brazil. Practice English. I don't know if that's... I don't know what that's in relation to. Like, is that... I don't... Okay, let's just keep it moving because I'm kind of stuck. Like, I don't know what that's in relation to. Yeah, we know you're just joking. Oh, no worries, Janet. Not at all. He does get priority over me for sure. Thank you. I'm trying to read your name. Oh, please shut the fuck up. I don't care. I need that on a t-shirt. I do have a t-shirt that says nope, and I have another one that says I don't care. I have quite a few. From Alabama. I can say I've never been to Alabama. Okay, let's get this other shade onto the outer corner. I'm liking the shape. We are going to do some blending later because I know I do my blending after the fact. After I'm looking cray. So now we're going to take Magic, which is the matte purple. This shade right here. And that'll only leave Fun to Mine. That pasty pale blue. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, and Magic, that pink one. I'm like, something's missing. Oh, okay. She watches. And I was kind of thinking that, but I wasn't sure. And I didn't want to say it because I thought it might have sounded offensive. This is the matte one. This is a little dry. This is feeling a little dry. And y'all see how it's looking patchy. So this is Act. The previous shade, this one, and now we're using this one. This is dry, and it does seem to be the same exact shade. Am I surprised? No. This is a metallic, this is a matte. Both of these two show up exactly the same on my skin. They look exactly the same. This is Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. And in English, Circo Loco means crazy circus. And so it is a front palette. This shade is feeling dry, y'all. And because it's feeling dry, it's looking patchy. I'm not liking that. But we're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock it. This was a channel member's request to do a palette bingo with this palette. The channel membership is $2.99 a month. There may or may not be taxes, that there may or may not be fees depending on where you are in the world. But one of the main perks is they get to make requests. And yeah, this is a very bold palette. It is definitely pigmented. This is my 30-second look with this palette. I had it before. Around 3 years or so, the formula does start to change on me, and so I repurchased it. But the first one I had and this one, this makes look 32 with Circo Loco. Just trying to bring this down without adding too much more shadow. Yeah, this is dry. This purple is feeling dry. And it's going on patchy. I don't like that. So that's why I'm keep packing it on, so that it doesn't look patchy. Yo, I'm getting better with the shapes. That 1920 smoky look, y'all, I was just in the line and the liner. Oh my gosh, I'm like, what? I forgot to do inner rims and lower lash line. We're gonna take out the Beyond mascara in case I forget. They still do. Yeah, it's not limited edition unless something wacky happened. Like last I was on her website, it was still on there. Oh shit, it just said we reconnected. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Can y'all still see and hear me? Damn it. We're gonna take, both of these are from MAC. This is Perpetual Shock. We're gonna put this on inner rims, upper and lower. And then we're going to put Pool Shark on our lower lash line. Thank you, Ayana. I was on here earlier and I was so excited because yesterday I had a lot of technical problems, and so I ended up using my laptop. And today I think we were maybe 10-15 minutes in and somebody chatted saying, can you see and hear her? And I'm like, oh, damn it. So that's why this one doesn't have a title or anything, because I'm like, let me just see if it'll let me in without any problems. And so this is the inner rim. The piece of skin that leads to your eyeball above your lashes. Some people call this, they call it. Yes, I am irritated, but I still feel good because I slept good. This is Joker. I'm gonna put that over here. Replay crew, I appreciate you. So at least our next one isn't until Thursday. So hopefully by then the weather will be clear, the sky will be clear, the signals will be clear. This is annoying. Hey Grace, this is my third time being here because connection issues. Thank you for the floating heart. I needed that right now because this is frustrating when it keeps like kicking people out. Thank you for the flower. So I hope people come back, but we'll see. Oh, this is hey Janet. This is Joker. I love how this looks with that purple. That purple matte in here is and the makeup brush. Grace be sending me all sorts of stuff. Thank you, Grace. Grace. I do have your brushes packed up. Your Sigma brushes. I don't plan on going out until the 2nd of February. I do have an appointment that day. And our parking lot is still icy. I'll be hearing people trying to go places and their tires be spinning. So people are getting stuck in the parking lot. The snow plows are supposed to come back. But they're going to need the ice first for sure because it's icy. Thank you, Janet. Y'all know I love this palette. Look, number 32. I love this palette. That matte purple is dry. Disappointing. It reminded me of it reminds me of when Power to the Purple from MAC, that one dried out on me. So maybe it's just something with purples. So I'm glad we did the 2 different colors for this area up here. I'm going to go back to the brush that had Act on it, this shimmer purple. And we're going to just put a little bit more of this because that matte purple is looking patchy. So this will fix it, which it is fixing it. So that is really nice. I was watching, because Pat McGrath is still having her sale, even though I'm on a no buy, I was looking at that Gilded palette as an accompanying palette. Because with the sale, it's like $50. And so I was trying to find recent videos on it, and the most recent ones are like 2 months ago. And this one person, she was saying how, she did looks and she didn't like it, so she, deleted it and she's starting over. And I'm just like, we don't scrap looks over here. So keep working at it till you get something you like. And I was just like, oh. So she's like, so the palette's going to look used because I did use it because, I think she did 3 or 4 looks and she didn't like how the recording came out. And so she scrapped it. I'm just like, no, like learn to work through it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all the shades. So we have Snow Cone, Electric, Act, Magic, Phantomime, and Joker. So we have all the shades on. So lower lash line. I think we're going to do the same as our inner rims. We're going to put, I wouldn't mind that Pat Gilded palette, but it would be just to have it. Yeah, and I would probably just use it for the shimmer aspect of it because But then you have to build it up too. So I was looking for recent videos, as I said, but the most recent videos, it was maybe only 3 of them, and those were 2 months ago. Of course, 3 months ago, it was a whole lot of videos because that's when it came out. But I wanted to see, like, are people still using it? Are they still talking about it? No. One person, she did swatch comparisons between Gilded and that first holiday palette, the one that people complained it was too much dead space in the middle. She did some color comparisons. Thank you for the hearts. She did some color comparisons with that, and quite a few color comparisons, excuse me, with Subversive, which y'all know I have and love. And so I was thinking, and not that I think makeup is a need, but it's not. But look at all the little hearts and faces floating up. So it wouldn't really add anything to my stash. And for shimmers and metallics that are more impactful, I got Lethal for that. And I keep remembering when I did This Is Joker. I remember when I did One Eye Pat and One Eye Lethal, people thought the Lethal side was Pat because it was so bold. I'm like, nope. This side is Lethal. Y'all were shocked. People were shocked. They were like, I just knew that was the Pat side because it was so bold. Nope. And so I'm thinking, like, even for $50 though. Now, if I seen it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, I probably would get it because it would be either like $19.99 or maybe $24.99. But for $50, I'm like, But I'm still on my no buy, and I've used all my exemptions. Hey, Kenny, how are you? And then I'm like, how often would I actually use it? Because if I want something impactful, and some people are like, yeah, it's impactful, but you got to build it up. I'm like, I don't got to build up Lethal. Yep, $72. And people were saying it's not worth that. But for $50, it's on a sale. They were tricky because it'll say, sell, shop to sell. So you click that. And so I thought it was only what's on that page. But when I just did some testing, like, okay, let me just go to the motherships or let me just go to such and such and put it in my cart. Yeah, the whole website is on sale. So they were being slick with that because I thought it wasn't. I thought it was just the sell page. So they were being slick with that. Give it to me for $36, says Tanya. I do like how this is looking. Oh, and I do like how you see Joker here and up here. So I am, excuse me, really liking that. So this look is just about done, y'all. Upper lash line eyeliner. Hey, Spider-Man. Welcome. Upper lash line. Do I want to do a waterliner? Because I haven't used these in a long time. Because my eyes have been teary. I'm thinking we'll just do this one. This duo is Jiggy Jam. We're going to use the darker one. I don't remember what it shows up as. We're going to see. Have my water in here. Y'all haven't used these in a while. We didn't do Brow Arch Highlight. And you know what? And we're not. So we're going to put that brush away. All right, let's get with this water. Okay, Freeze. What about people that got school tomorrow? Or do I not want to know? Thank you, Janet. I did not want to know, I guess. So we're going to dip this brush in the water and then, yeah, I don't know what that was about. And then we're going to do this. This is water activated. So the water activates the liner so it can be used. I do really like this. Oh, goodness. Do I need a thicker brush? This MAC 210 is a very thin brush, which is great for MAC Paint Pot and the fluid line. I think I need a thicker brush for this formula, though. Even though I do like having a thin line. Thank you, y'all, for coming back. Hopefully by Thursday, the skies will be clear enough for the signals to not act up. Yes, I'm going to have to change the title. Put part 1 for the other one. Oh, that's cute. And I did put part 2 for this one. But usually I put, the look that we're doing. But I was just like, do I want to do that and then it not even work? as far as like allowing us to stay here. Very annoying, but you know, such is life sometimes. You got your eyes on me. Uh-oh. I guess I better act right. He would got his eyes on me. Excuse me, y'all. Need to have your eyes on them other people too, Haywood, because I don't know like what. But there hasn't been anything too crazy tonight though. I still have I still have in the back of my mind to do late night troll play. Maybe like a Saturday morning. Well, it would be a Sunday morning at like, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning or something like that. But then I know I would get a lot of shit too. And so I would have to deal with that. But it just hasn't lined up for me to do it as far as like whatever else I'm doing. But it's still in the back of my mind to do that. And I was excited about it when I first had the idea. Each time you come back, it gets crazier. Ooh. This side is looking, I think this is a purple. Because it's looking purple on the other side. This one I always had to remind myself, this is red. Because the first time I used it, I'm like, oh, let's use this brown. That is a red. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's a purple. This is a purple. The rest of these do show up the color it is. It just shows up very light. And as I build it up, it does get darker. But we see, I thought this was a reddish. It's a purple. And I should have known because, you know what? I should have known because this one is a purple. So I should have known this was red because that's a red. But then I thought they were juxtaposing colors. This is a very light pink, but it's bold. And so is this yellow. Yeah, so that's the liner. So we're almost done, y'all. Mascara. Let me close up the water. So I keep my water in here. And there's this little thing, which doesn't work because I used this. It came in a set, and I had put cream in here, like a face cream or something, when I was traveling. And when I opened it, when I got to where I was going, it was dry. So I don't know what this is for, but... And one time it was sideways on my station. It leaked out. I'm just like, what is this? You'll watch the rest of the replay. Okay, Locke, thank you so much. Because I know this has been... I just hope by Thursday is smooth sailing. Because this is a lot. Hey, Charlene. How are you? This is our third time coming back tonight because of the internet connection. I'm in the state of Delaware. And so it's been storms. A snowstorm like 2 days ago, but everything is still jacked up. The temperature is below freezing. The parking lot is an ice skating rink, according to the sounds of tires spinning, trying to get out. But my connection yesterday was not cooperative on my phone, and today this is the third time I had to end it and come back. And so hopefully, I know I keep saying it, wishful thinking. I'm really hoping by Thursday. I'm glad you're doing good. Hopefully by Thursday, we won't have any of these issues. And what I should probably do is, even I do prefer vertical as far as, more people seem to come in. I'll have my laptop over here like I do today and a box to sit it on and the cord. So if we do need to go that route like we did yesterday, I'll have that stuff here already. But, yeah, every time we come back, it gets crazier. And every time we come back, there's more people here that pop in. And so vertical lives do help. And as I was mentioning, either the first or second time we were here, I do get a few new subscribers each time I do a live stream. So I do appreciate that. And I love when someone new comes in, they pull up a chair, they sit down, they chit chat with us, and then they come back. That is so exciting to me. Yes, I am back, Alexandra. So we have the lip to do. I'm going to put this on. It is a dark blue. This says, hey, Nicole. Thank you. This is from Notoriously Morbid Adder's Fork. And it's described as deep blackened blurple. And we are going to line our lips with NYX. This is a black. I don't have a dark blue lip liner. Let me use this one. I think I might just put this in my kit because I have their suede matte lip liner in black, but I was curious about this one. This one is more of a gel pencil versus the suede ones, because the suede ones you actually have to sharpen. So I only got it to compare. They don't make the suede ones anymore, but they last forever. But since I have two blacks, maybe I'll put I'll put this one in just in my travel makeup bag. This is the other one that they don't make anymore, and it's black. That means I would have to keep a sharpener in there, and I'm sure I have them. And when I was curious about the MAC lip liners, of course I got the black one because I'm like, I will use the black. Black is my favorite lip color. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. You snuck in on us. How are you? How are you doing tonight, today, this morning? I say that way because this is my natural lip line, which is crooked. So, you know, it is what it is. I say it that way because we do have people who come in from other parts of the world, which always thrills me because I think about how we can be here at the same time and in the same place, but we're in different times, zones, and different places. And so that does always, my heart jumps up and down. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. You know what? We needed you right now. Because we've had some weird happenings tonight. So to have somebody do come in that's pleasant and said to be flowers and floating hearts, I really appreciate that. I really do. So you just balanced out all the craziness, which is great. So thank you for being here. So oh my goodness. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for, wow, I'm getting all sorts of gifts tonight. So let me put that here to put in the thing. This is a lipstick putting on. My favorite lip color is a black. I have two blacks. I have a MAC. This is Lethal. No, this is Notoriously Morbid called Room. Thank you for all the hearts. And of course we have from MAC, Caviar. This is a deep black and blurple. I love the shade. Hey Celeste, how are you? Were you here before? Your name looks familiar. Or I might just be having a moment. I have a lot of moments. I be seeing a lot now, people doing videos about perimenopause and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I started getting hot flashes and nope, I'm not. I just come over here and hang out with y'all. I started having hot flashes and migraines like clockwork. Well, the migraines were like clockwork, but I started getting migraines and hot flashes when I was 33. So these people are like, oh, when you get to your 50s and perimenopause. Look, y'all, I've been in perimenopause since I was 33 because that's when all that stuff started happening. So it's not all based on age. I even had a doctor try to tell me, and she was a woman too, so it was strange. She tried, and this was when I was in like my early 40s. Part 3. Oh my gosh. This is it, y'all. I almost didn't come back because this is the finished look. Thursday has got to be better. So let's see if anybody finds us before we wrap it up. And I could have just left it at the previous. You know what we'll do? We'll do our pictures while we're waiting. This is another picture. We're doing pictures while I was waiting to see if people come back or not. Good grief, y'all. And I don't see your text, Janet, until when I leave the live. And so This is going to be a picture for the gallery. And so this is the look. I love this lip with this look. We have to come back for the finished look. Yeah, this is it. And I almost didn't because I'm just like, it's already done. But I said, you know what? Let's just come back on one last look. So this is the look. Look number 32 with Circo Logo. Y'all know I love this palette. I love this palette. I love it. I wish there was a way that I could, thank you, Grace, that I could download all the lives, because this is part 3, and then just string them together as a video and then re-upload it. I'm going to see if it'll, I don't know if it'll let me do that. I'm going to see if it'll let me do that, because they keep coming back. But, so this is it. Thank you for coming back. Hopefully Thursday will be a lot better. And I'm really digging this look. I do think Michelle is going to like it. I'm thinking I should have blown out the lower lash line a little bit more. But y'all know she's all about color. And she blows hers out far like Katie does. And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But I love this look, y'all. This palette. I can say I love this palette. I love this palette. But we're going to go. We keep coming back. We've been here. Thank you for... Oh, shit. It just said reconnecting. Y'all, we're going to go. Y'all will see me Thursday. Self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. And you will see me Thursday. And our video is going up tomorrow. So do check that out. Thank you.